What up, all my movie-loving maniacs? This your boy Bradford Lassiter, aka Big Brad of Rock, and welcome to another edition of the movies I bought, May 2016 edition. Now, some of you may know that I've been going through a lot in the month of May, but I still managed to get some movies, a whole lot, and I inherited a couple of movies, and pretty much I'm going to do this movie in three parts. I'm going to go through the newest movie I bought, really just one movie, all the old movies I bought, and then some movies that I've kind of inherited, so let's get into it. So in the month of May, I only bought one movie this month that was brand new, and that is Deadpool. I love this movie. The second time around, I didn't get a chance to see it more than once in theaters, but I saw this movie in theaters, and now I've seen it again. I had more fun with this the second time around, and it was definitely refreshing to see X-Men Apocalypse during the month that this came out. So, and this is a pretty good steelbook too. I'm telling you, the main menu for this Blu-ray, it just had me jumping. And the special features on there are pretty good on there too, so this is a great investment as far as the new movies go. And now, let's go on to the old movies. America! Fuck yeah! Team America World Police. Blu-ray, good conversion right here, and funny-ass movie. I ain't seen this movie in a long time, and I popped it in, and I had a good laugh watching it. So, next up is a Disney Pixar movie, and that is Ratatouille, one of my other Pixar favorites right here, and I have been trying to get this on Blu-ray, and now I finally have it. I'm going to try to roll through some of these real quick. It's not to spend too much time on them because I got a lot of movies to go through right here. So I have The Butterfly Effect, probably one of my favorite Ashton Kutcher movies, and great movie to watch right here. And I revisited this movie recently, and really, really great film right here. Yeah, I've never seen the sequel, so I don't care. But yeah, the first one was great. These next two movies are movies that I have never seen before, and people tell me how good they are, and I'm into it. So I got them on Blu-ray, and I watched them, and I absolutely liked them. And that is The Shawshank Redemption. Everybody talks about how good this movie is. It came out in the same year as Pulp Fiction and Forrest Gump. I still like those two movies more, but I definitely appreciate this movie for what it is, and definitely a great movie right here. And Morgan Freeman, he is fantastic in it. Tim Robbins, I get Tim Robbins. But Tim Robbins, he's great in this. You know, I love Morgan Freeman in this movie. My name is Morgan Freeman. Well, get busy living or get busy dying. Next up, I'm a big fan of David Fincher. I like movies like Fight Club, Benjamin Button, Gone Girl, and I have never seen Seven, and so I went and bought it. And this is a great crime thriller right here. But here's the thing, I already knew the big plot twist ending at the very end of the movie. You know, the big, what's in the box? Gwyneth Paltrow's head. Yeah, I said spoiler. If you haven't seen this movie by now, then, oh well, sorry. But yeah, I've seen this movie, and the build-up to it, it was very great. So, yeah, 7. This movie is a classic to most people right here, and I've seen it when I was young, and I still like it to this day. So, I am getting Mean Girls. You know, arguably Lindsay Lohan's best. Tina Fey, she did this movie, and it has people that you didn't think would become more famous now than they were then, like Rachel McAdams and Amanda Seyfried. But yeah, Mean Girls, great movie right here. So next up, what a movie is I got from the Disney Movie Club, and that is Sister Act 1 and 2. My favorite out of the bunch is Sister Act 2, probably one of my favorite gospel type movies, and I've actually never seen the first Sister Act all the way through. But I'm probably gonna make a means to watch that. But yeah, I am a fan of Whoopi, and this is one of her best, so in my opinion. So actually, one of her best is The Color Purple, in my opinion. But I'd say these are a close second though. Now I have never seen Independence Day all the way through, so I wanted to watch that before Independence Day Resurgence come out, and so that's why I went and bought it, and that's mostly because it came with a free ticket to go see Independence Day Resurgence. But I watched this great Roland Emmerich film, and now I am even more excited to see Independence Day Resurgence. One of my favorite comedies of all time is The 40-Year-Old Virgin. Steve Carell, yeah, you can never go wrong with Steve Carell in a comedy. But yeah, this is a comedy classic right here, and one of Judd Apatow's best, next to Knocked Up, but yeah. Just added comment. Now most of y'all know about the passing of Prince, and I haven't seen Purple Rain in a long time, and so I did want to see Purple Rain, and I saw this recently at Best Buy on Blu-ray, and I copped it, and so now I'm gonna have to watch it now and revisit it and see how I feel about it. And my dad, he actually had a vinyl copy of Purple Rain on vinyl, and look, the vinyl is actually purple, so yeah, you know, got the vinyl and the Blu-ray, you know. Also in Best Buy, I saw a bunch of Batman animated films for a fairly cheap price, some classic ones, really. Like I saw Batman Beyond: The Return of the Joker on Blu-ray. Great conversion right here. I love this. One of my favorite Batman animated films right here. Very underappreciated right here, though. Then two movies that I wish they would release on Blu-ray, but I got it as a double feature on DVD, and that is Batman Sub-Zero and Batman Mask of Phantasm, and especially Phantasm. Very underappreciated Batman film right there. Like anything Batman, anything Batman is the quintessential Batman in Mask of Phantasm right here. So, yeah. This next one I found at Books A Million for a cheap price, and I wish David Fincher would release this on Blu-ray already, and that is Panic Room. Another David Fincher movie that I love. Probably my second or third favorite. But yeah, Panic Room, great movie right here. If you haven't seen this, please watch this. Another movie I bought from the Disney Movie Club that's kind of a guilty pleasure for me, and one of my favorite sports films, let alone favorite baseball film, and that is Angels in the Outfield. You know, Danny Glover and a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. My dad, he loved this film, and I loved it. I had this on VHS. I wore that VHS tape out too. So yeah, I had to get this on DVD, and I don't see this on Blu-ray anywhere, so I guess this is all we got. And now, finally, some of you probably know that I had the Lord of the Rings trilogy on DVD, but no more. Because now I have the Lord of the Rings trilogy on Blu-ray, and I just love this box set. Like, look at this. Like, this is so beautiful. Like, how do you not fall in love with this? Like, bruh, like... But not only that, but I have never seen the extended editions of the Lord of the Rings, and I've seen a couple of scenes, like, you know, one particular scene with Saruman and the Mouth of Saruman, or yeah, but yeah, and I took a peek at some of this on Blu-ray, and my God, yeah, great conversion right here. So yeah, and you also may remember that I had the Hobbit trilogy on DVD, but again, not anymore. I also went and bought the Hobbit trilogy on Blu-ray, and I have not seen the extended editions of those yet, so I'm going to have to watch those. And these are pretty beautiful looking Blu-rays as well, so yeah. So now I have the Middle-earth saga on Blu-ray, finally, because I've been meaning to get these on Blu-ray, so yeah. And again, from one of my previous videos, you know that my father, he passed away, and he was a huge Western fan. And so my mom, she's about to have her yard sale and trying to get rid of some of them. And I was like, hold on, let me just go through some of those real quick and see which ones I might want to keep or watch. So, because I'm not that big into Westerns, but I can enjoy a good Western every now and then. Like, for example, like, we all know that Anton Fuqua, he's coming out with a remake of The Magnificent Seven that has Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke, who I've never seen the original. And apparently my dad, he had the original Magnificent Seven trilogy, like the first Magnificent Seven, Guns of the Magnificent Seven, and the Magnificent Seven, right? Yeah. So I'm pretty much gonna have to marathon through all these before I see the Denzel Washington version. So yeah, and some other westerns that he had in his collection that I might enjoy are probably Greater Glory, Wyatt Earp, Tombstone, Appaloosa, 310 to Yuma, Silverado. Oh, and the only ones that were on Blu-ray was just these two, and then everything else was on DVD. And then he had a couple of stuff on here that wasn't Western. So like he has this Flip Wilson DVD. I don't know what this is. It looks like a guy dressed in drag type comedy or whatever. And he also had this Soul DVD comedy starter set, which had Seven and Son, What's Happening, The Jeffersons, and Good Times on here. But I guess I'll just take a peek at this. I like a good black show, so you know. So yeah. And yeah, so this is just about everything I bought on Blu-ray or DVD or inherited during the month of May. Yeah, for a month in which I went through a lot. I pretty much got a lot. So I don't know how that happened, but yeah, but a lot of changes are about to happen to my life, so I'm gonna have to make some changes in terms of buying movies. So yeah, so this is what I got in the month of May. Have you seen any of these at all? So like Deadpool, you probably have seen, but all the other, well, obviously Lord of the Rings, who hasn't seen that? But anyways, but yeah, let me know in any case, have you seen any of these? And if you do you own any of these? Let me know in the comment section below. And alright, let me put this down real quick. That's it for the day. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more, go ahead and check out my channel. The link is in the description below. And be sure to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Movie Pilot, and Periscope. Peace.